Hey everybody, it's Kenny K, and I'm reviewing a slasher movie. It's not a new one, but that's one that I didn't review yet. The Silent Scream from 1979. Although 1979, IMDb says 1979, but it came out in 1980, so it's officially in 80s movies, but it was made in 79. Directed by Denny Harris, and gets on IMDb a fairly well score, 5.7, which usually for these slashers, a 5 is good, and everything above is better, of course. I'm giving it a 5. I watched it 3 times. Usually I give it a 5.5 or 6, but it's a 5. It's worth a watch, but it doesn't, and I'll explain why. So, the synopsis of the story is you have this female student, Scotty. She was too late to get a free dorm. I mean, that's not occupied by somebody else. And now she has to find board at somebody's else's house. And she finds this kind of beautiful house. Like, it reminded me in the house of Psycho on the cliff. You have the motel, and the cliff you got the the house of Norman Bates, the Bates house, and this one in white, also on a cliff, but with the ocean, with a view on the ocean. That was a beautiful, but also kind of creepy about something about creepy about it. With these cliff houses, these old houses that are in the middle of nowhere, and you've got this beach, but a beach that is not like a regular beach. That's the scene you get. That's already a plus, in my opinion. Then, of course, you have a few more students there. You have Scotty, Scotty, the our female lead, Doris, the other female lead, Peter, and what's the other guy's name? That's the one that I always forget. You've got the rich boy. I'm going to say rich boy. So, four students, right? And then you've got the owners, Mason, and it looks like it's only Mason Ingalls and Mrs. Ingalls. They never gave his mom's name. So Mason is the son, Mrs. Ingalls is his mom, and there was a sister called Victoria Ingalls, and she's played. You see this in a few scenes. She's played by Barbara Steele, better known in a lot of movies. Also, Piranha from '79. She plays the scientist that at the 1 hour mark comes in the movie with the Colonel. If you ever seen Piranha, the original one, the first one, Castlevania, and a lot more movies. Then, of course, a murder happens, and that's where the it's more of a psychological horror movie and a slasher movie with slasher esque things in there. A somebody gets killed in a slasher like way. It's a who done it also. Stab, 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 and eventually the police is involved, and it's mainly between this police detective Manny and then Lieutenant Sandy MacGyver, but not MacGyver with an epsilon, but with a I from Indy. But his actor was the guy who played Lieutenant MacGyver was Cameron Mitchell, and he's an old timer. He's also in a lot of horror movies from the 70s and 80s. Except him, I think Barbara Steele is the most recognized person. Now, that's basically it. So the murder happens, the police detectives come in. So the pros and the cons, right? The pros, the acting isn't bad. No, it's fairly well done. Yeah. Um, the kills are, they show you enough, some blood here and there, but you do show you enough of, oh, that looks like a nasty kill. I'll try to put a scene here. You can see that it's like with a kitchen knife, Michael Myers-esque like kitchen knife. The most attacks are with Michael Myers style, killing with 10 stabs or something like that. And yeah, I like those skills. It has a cool twist at the end. Yes, cool. Yeah, it was a good twist. And I liked the two, yeah, the Manny and Sandy, Lieutenant Sandy and Detective Manny, his underling, that they're joking around. It was funny. It was funny. Yeah, their partnership. So now the cons. It's for, especially for, if this is a slasher movie, but they do say in the subgenres psychological, right, and slasher movie. So it does get, it's a slow burn, and the slow burn, I mean, it's not like building up tension. It didn't have that, in my opinion. There was no build up, and immediately at the last 30 minutes you get some tension, and there is something yeah, right, okay, the first kill happens in the 32-33 minute mark. The first kill, it's on the beach. It's the scene that I told you in the pros list. Then, like I said, the last 30 minutes, and the rest is really boring. It's just people talking with each other. Um, Mason Ingalls being like this guy who has, looks like he has Asperger's syndrome, very shy, but and a woman, an old woman. He says his mom, Mrs. Ingalls, and you never hear who she actually is. And then when the police comes, it does give you kind of a. It also it blows their wad a little bit too early. Yeah, you immediately know what's going on at the second half of the movie. Yeah, when the cops come and they kind of start, investigating, you know what's going on. The cops don't know, but you know. Um, but it does have a cool twist at the end. Yeah, so that's in my pros list. So I did. It's a little bit boring, and even when the kill happens, after that, it's still a little bit boring. It's in the, like I said, the last 30-20 minutes. It just gets suspenseful, and then to the climactic end, and who survives, who doesn't survive, and who's the killer, the who done it. Well, like I said, it's obviously who the killer is from the 30-35 minute mark already. So they, like I said, they blew it. Is there something else? So except of the boring part, yeah, you don't have a lot of kills. Although wait, you got 5 kills. No, that's true. Yeah, you got 5 kills. That's reasonable. But that first kill and then the 4 other kills happen in 4 other kills. Yeah, they happen all in that last, like I said, 20-30 minutes. Yeah, that's about it. So, it, uh, you know, it's a 5.5. It can, I can give it a 5.5, but I just the story is too boring. Until the when the shit hits the fan, you can say it's 5.5, right? But I'm giving it a 5. It's worth your watch. Give it a watch. It's free on YouTube, by the way. So yeah, that being said, I hope you like it. Comment, like, subscribe. It's all good. It's all free. Bye bye.